Hello everyone, welcome to Project Discovery presented by Collective Shift. My name is Nathan, a senior researcher at Collective Shift focused on Web3 and crypto. Our Project Discovery video is a weekly series on the new crypto and NFT projects that our research team discovered. Typically we'll go through each project for about a couple of minutes. Hopefully the video is about 20 minutes and we'll see a lot of different opportunities today. Either they're direct token opportunities, direct NFT investment opportunities, or these are things that are at the forefront of Web3 and crypto that I want to keep you abreast of so that we're prepared for the next wave of investment opportunities. So let's get right into it. First up today is Infinity. The Infinity NFT Marketplace came in early October. It's a community-driven, decentralized NFT marketplace built for the future of discovering, developing, and owning NFTs. I believe they are going to have their own NFT token. So they will have their own, they will have their own platform token, which means we should probably get over there, connect our wallet, and buy an NFT so that it's registered. So that if they do an airdrop, our wallets conducted a transaction, therefore will be registered with the decentralized application that is Infinity. So very, very clean application. Looks like it's a lot of ENS names. Pretty basic user interface at the moment. Unable to fetch our collections, unfortunately, at the moment. I could connect my Web3 wallet in the top right-hand corner. Also look at my NFTs if I wanted to. Could also list NFTs if I was to connect my MetaMask as well. So very, very clean, decentralized NFT marketplace that is going to have their own token. Here it is. How do I earn NFT tokens? We are airdropping NFT tokens to OpenSea users. They have different volume tiers to ensure a wide distribution. The airdrop NFT tokens become claimable after performing some activity on the Infinity Marketplace. And excuse me, they have already done their airdrop. I was wrong earlier. They've already performed that. I believe we can go and check that out in their documentation if I was to find that and get there pretty easily. So check out their documentation, which I should be able to find at the bottom, but unfortunately not today. So do check out their documentation for their tiered airdrop. Connect your wallet, and then there should be an airdrop button in the top right-hand corner where you can go and claim your tokens if you have earned any. Next up is Arpeggi Labs. Now this is a music NFT creation platform, and they're calling themselves the first fully on-chain music creation platform. And if we've learned anything in 2021, it's that NFT investors will pay a premium for fully on-chain NFTs. Even if they're very basic, fully on-chain means there'll be a premium to the price typically. If the creator's good, if the team's good, obviously we need everything as part of the project. Here's Arpeggi. Very, very clean application. They've actually got a music kind of creation tool here that I could mint my own songs. So I could come in here, I can press randomize, and it will literally create a new little melody for me. And then I could actually change this melody as well if I actually knew what I was doing with a music creation platform, which I don't. So to those that have created music in the platform, this may look a bit more familiar than it does to myself. What I noticed in the top right-hand corner is that I could mint a song up here. Could also share that song as well. So if I wanted to mint the song, I'd have to get a studio pass. So I could come and get a studio pass. They're available for pre-sale on October 20th, so coming up very shortly. I could put in my pass ID, put in my track title, put in my artist name, and then I could mint my little track. So very, very cool platform. Yeah, I like it a lot. So excited about the mint passes that they're coming out with, so that we can be a member of the first fully on-chain music creation studio. And if we actually go to the website, or actually, excuse me, if I don't go back to the studio, if I just go to the normal website, we can actually scroll down and have a look. Here it is. Looks like it's a team of 4 people. They're gonna let us mint their Arpeggi Studio Pass, single-use consumable ticket for minting your song on Arpeggi Studio. So you only get one single use for your Studio Pass if you were to purchase one on October 20th. So very cool music and NFT project coming up with Arpeggi. Next one up is HUXLEY. This is from Ben Morrow, who seems to be quite a famous artist, and it's his post-apocalyptic universe. Issue 1 is available now. We can go into HUXLEYsaga.com. I could connect my website and I could connect my wallet, excuse me, but let's have a look at the collection. Here is issue 1. There's going to be 10,000 of these. Looks like there's 0.1 ETH each, and there's 6,700 issues remaining. So we haven't quite sold out this first edition. But if you're a fan of comics, physical comics in the past, this is right up your alley. It looks like we're going to have a series of Huxley metaverse dystopian comics. Very, very cool. So this is all part of Ben Morrow's metaverse. Here is Ben Morrow. Past clients including NASA, Activision, Universal Studios, so 20th Century Fox. So the young man has worked with the best in the world in terms of Hollywood and Fortune 500s. And then they've also got a team as well. Very cool. So issue 1 is out, and we'd be able to mint one. 6,700 left. We can mint 1 through 5 per wallet. Very cool. Very, very cool. So that's Huxley. NFT comics. Next one up we have is Immutables.art, completely decentralized on-chain generative art platform. We're on Rinkeby right now. Mainnet's coming soon. This platform was really, really cool. Let me get out of full screen mode. I'll switch from Ethereum over to Rinkeby because I want you to see this thing. It's very, very cool. Hopefully this loads decently quickly. Here we are. So we have we're on Rinkeby, and I think they have 3 different types of generative NFT collections out right now. We could mint the Big Bang. This is one of them. Additionally, we could also select a different one, RBG fields. That it loads a little bit slowly, but we have a decentralized art blocks here. And I believe we'll be able to have curated generative pieces from generative artists, then potentially the ability to create your own. But I think it's probably more on the curated platform for professionals and not for me. So they have 3 different collections here that are just show collections or test collections on Rinkeby, but they are very cool, and it is quite a clean little platform they're using on Rinkeby. So if this was in a mainnet, we could actually mint one of these for 0.01 ETH. And if I had any Rinkeby ETH, I could mint one on Rinkeby. But Rinkeby ETH is hard to get. So very cool. Decentralized art blocks in the form of Immutables.art coming soon. Next up, this one's from Bitlectro Labs, and it is called Dreamers. Bitlectro Labs released Dreamscapes, which were kind of audio-visual GIFs that were NFTs earlier in the summer. Now they're releasing their second collection, which is profile pictures. So we have generative profile pictures here that also have a GIF-like feature to them as well. They actually already started. Their pre-sale started on October 10th, so about 8 days ago. And they are pretty cool. I really like them. Looks like we could have an RPG game or a role-playing game coming soon for our dreamers. And I'm just an absolute massive fan of Bitlectro Labs. Really am. I think their dreamers and their dream loops are very, very cool. So big things, in my opinion, come from Bitlectro, and we'll see how they do with dreamers and that PFP portfolio or collection. Moving on to Snap Universe, another NFT play. Snap Universe is the home of 10,000 heroes and villains on Ethereum. I wasn't too bullish about this one until I saw their website, and their website's really cool. Their website's comic book book-esque, and we have a deflationary tokenomics mechanism and an inflationary tokenomics mechanism. So we have inflationary, excuse me, I won't click that. Inflationary, we have 8% of each buy rewards. 8% of each buy rewards native token holders. So that is a redistribution fee where 8% of the fees are given to holders of the Snap token. But they also have deflationary fees as well. 9% of each transaction is burnt, and 2% goes to marketing and development. So we've issued 8% in new tokens. We've burnt 9% of tokens, so we've got a 1% inflation, and then 2% is going to marketing development. So we've got a slightly deflationary token that hopefully keeps price in check. So we could buy Snap, and yes, I think they're also coming out with their the NFT coming up soon. So we have the Snap universe with a slightly deflationary Snap token and 10,000 PFP collection of heroes and villains. Next up, we have Nuke Vaults. This one's for passive income made simple on Arbitrum. Non-custodial, self-compounding DeFi strategies. So we have a yield aggregator, an asset manager for us. And what opportunities do we have? So we're in beta phase here on Nuke Vaults. We have on Arbitrum, we can deposit our Curve Tri Crypto, our Curve Ren. I love this pool, the Wrap BTC, Ren BTC pool. What a pool. Excuse me, let me get out of MetaMask. You can have your assets in a two-sided liquidity pool. Excuse me, let me get back to Nuke Vaults. You can have your assets in a two-sided liquidity pool of Wrap BTC and Ren BTC and never lose exposure to BTC. What a world. Also, we could put Wrapped ETH and MIM on Arbitrum, Curve Tri Crypto on Avalanche, Curve Tri Crypto on Polygon, and then Curve Aave on Avalanche as well. And we could take all those assets, deposit them here, and get ourselves a little healthy APY of Nuke tokens. So we have yield farming strategies for Arbitrum, Polygon, Avalanche, built with audited wire and vaults, code base, and verified contracts. Gotta love it. Cool. So yield farming on Arbitrum, made easy, passive income made simple with Nuke Vaults. Next up, ClimateDAO, democratizing activist investing to tackle climate change. I love this. Pretty much we could come in here. I want to actually learn more. I don't really want to join the waitlist at the moment. They want to decentralize activist investing for us. If we come down, it says that it allows the mass coordination among retail investors, empowering them with the means to be activists. Typically, it's for high net worth individuals, the old activist investing. But for this, in this case, we could join the community, connect our wallet, and then engage with proposals. Just check out proposals from the community, discuss in the forum, and vote on proposals, and even submit your own if you wanted to do some activist investing that would help the world and also make us a return. So I just really like the whole concept of having a list of proposals for activist investors who are Web3 and crypto native, and I'm hoping ClimateDAO can execute that vision. Moving on to IndieDAO. Now, don't want to focus on IndieDAO specifically, but IndieDAO is connected, I believe, to another website called NFT School, which is very, very impressive for anybody that wants to take a deep dive and a technical deep dive into the world of NFTs. Come over to NFT School, I believe .com, a collective of web developers and technology enthusiasts here to figure out what's going on with non-fungible tokens. So we can go from anything, we can talk about multiple things, like metadata schemas, intro to JSON schemas, NFT basics, content addressing, managing NFTs, which is coming soon, tutorials as well. So just a wealth of information here from NFT School. So thank you very much to NFT School, and I've been reading it periodically just to pick up on things. Moving on to redstone.finance. We got a data ecosystem here for DeFi. If we come into the website, what I really like, let's come in here and we'll see their data. They've got about 1,000 assets here, they say, that they're pulling info on for us. I'm no developer myself, but they've got a really, really cool application here where we could use their data and we could see the code for their data and then get the actual data on the right-hand side. So if I was to do this, I could type in BTC and actually I could change that to ETH. And what do you know, if we zoom in a tiny bit, all of the different central exchanges, API prices for ETH come along and pull for me, or I could change this back to BTC and it would give me all the BTC prices from all the different central exchanges. So very, very cool user interface here for the non-technical, non-coder like myself to be able to come in and understand what they're doing. And then if we were to expand that one use case of a price point to all of their assets, they've got 1,000 different token price points or crypto price points. They've got 16 stocks, 5 currencies, some energies, some metals, blah, blah, blah. A lot of different assets that they're providing data for, so kind of bullish. I like Redstone Finance. Moving on to Web3 Jobs, we have a Web3 crypto job board. 1,600 jobs in the Web3 and at 261 Web3 projects. So come in here if you're looking to get into the industry with Web3 Jobs. Pretty good resource there. Next up, we have Mochi Protocol, a next-gen decentralized digital currency backed by the long-tail crypto assets. And the long-tail crypto assets are the ones that are not frequently traded or have small liquidity pools. What we would be doing is creating or borrowing USDM, which is their stablecoin for the US dollar. Let's go in and see how much they've actually created here. Looks like we've got about 8.7 million USDM circulating at the moment that has been created from about 918 million, or excuse me, 9 million Curve tokens that have been provided. We've got about $11 million locked up in the platform. We could swap in and out of USDM and other stable coins. We could add liquidity. And then we could also add to the vaults as well, where I would add DAI stablecoin and I would be borrowing USDM if it loaded for us. And we got an auctions platform coming soon. But yes, essentially we can deposit all these different assets and borrow our USDM token. So, and together, all of those different assets together keep the peg for our next generation digital currency backed by long tail crypto assets, which would be our USDM token. Moving on to our next one. This one's a meme token called the Women Empowerment token. It did pump last week quite aggressively. The WEMP token. Their websites, I won't actually get into it. It's a bit of a meme token. We might actually skip it. But it is out there. It did perform pretty well the other day. It got some, or last week, it did seem to get some vibes and to get some memetics going around it. But moving on to more legitimate products in Myso, building zero liquidation loans, DeFi's first loan option that spares borrowers from liquidations. Very, very cool. Here is their test product where we've got, I believe it looks like we've got DAI and wrapped ETH pools and DAI and linked pools where we could borrow DAI and deposit either wrapped ETH or link to get our DAI. Looks like its application's working right now on Coven if we wanted to test it. And I think their white paper was just written not too recently. There, in September 2021. Instead of liquidations happening, I believe you're able to take out a loan without the risk of being liquidated in case of an LTV shortfalls. This is achieved by giving users the option to repay their loans in either USDC or through their previously pledged ETH, or link in our case. So pretty much giving us the ability to not have liquidations on our borrowed assets, but we would have to repay the loan in using pretty much the collateral we gave. Moving on to Splice. Splice lets you mint header artworks and more for your NFTs. So they're currently incubating. If we go to getsplice.io, I don't think, oh good. So I could click here on my little Arabian camel wallet here. Oh, hopefully it loads. If it did load, good, it loads. I would then come down here to the bottom and give it a style. Let's go with District 168. There we go. How cool is that? So we've got some generative artwork that's a header for my little tile here, or for my profile picture camel. If I wanted to do a refresh, we could pick a different style for our Arabian camel caravan. And I could go with the Garden of Earthly Delights, and there you go. It would take our color palette from our profile picture NFT, or from our NFT in general, and generate an abstract header behind my profile picture, which I think is really cool. So that is Splice, letting us mint header artworks and derivatives from the NFTs we own. And I think we have a few yield aggregators to end the day. We've got LagrangeSwap on Avalanche. So we've got a fully on-chain DEX aggregator. Pretty clean little DEX aggregator, if I do say so myself. They've got all the different exchanges listed here. So if you wanted a good list of Avalanche-based decentralized exchanges, come to LagrangeSwap, and they're using all of them. Then also have a pretty decent list of tokens here that we could trade on Avalanche. So we have an Avalanche DEX aggregator with LagrangeSwap. We also have a DEX aggregator on Solana with Jupiter aggregator. I would need to use my Phantom wallet to connect to Jupiter aggregator. We could come in here. They're using Radium, Serum, and I believe Mercurial. We could come in here and get different and trade a lot of our different Solana-based assets. VCC, Venture Capital Token. We could trade a lot of our Solana-based assets here on Jupiter Swap or Jupiter Protocol. Cool. Very, very clean little application here. Yep, and I could join my Phantom wallet if I wanted to. It looks like it's saving us money already. Looks like if we were to trade 10,000 USDT to Serum, you'd be saving about $1,000 if you went through Mercurial plus Serum rather than just Serum itself, which is wild. And that is it. Thank you, everyone. Really appreciate you being here. We do these weekly discovery calls and crypto and NFT investment opportunity calls 5 days a week for our Collective Shift members at collectiveshift.com.au. So come over, join, be part of our community, and we'll be diving into crypto 5 days a week, looking at new projects on the daily. So once again, thank you everyone for getting this far. Really appreciate it, and we'll see you next time. Bye for now.